Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be doing an update on my Vandas, which are now all potted into a semi-hydroponic setup, bar the Princess Mikasa, which will soon hopefully be sorted and potted up into semi-hydro. And they've also been growing under this amazing Mars LED TS600 grow light for the past, I think, nearly 2 months now actually. Yeah, it must be about 2 months that they've been potted into semi-hydro and growing under the Mars light. So I kind of wanted to update you guys on them. And we're also, very luckily, going to be doing a Christmas giveaway for a Mars Eco 300 watt LED grow light, which I'll pop a picture up of on screen and some details down in the description below. Mars have decided to sponsor a Christmas giveaway, which would be a really nice way for one of you guys hopefully to try out the Eco 300 grow light. If you're like me and growing indoors, especially in places where during winter there's not a lot of sunlight, or if you can't get a lot of sunlight through your windows, grow lights are such a fantastic way of upping your kind of growing potential for your orchids, because they're getting so much more energy through the grow light than they would if I didn't have this set up, and I really think it's contributing to how well they're doing. So I'm going to talk to you about a few kind of markers for health that I'm really happy with. As you can see, the top 2 shelves are lit exclusively by the Mars grow light. Then the bottom shelf and the bottom 2 shelves are supplemented with a Gemini LED grow light. This is purely because I've actually blocked the light supply from the Mars light by putting loads of Vandas and big pots on that second shelf down, which means that there's only filtered light getting through to that 3rd shelf down, so I've had to supplement it. But if I didn't have that, this light would be lighting the whole thing. It's really, really amazing. It's like having a second sun, and you can actually see this whole window lit up from outside. So it's currently about 2 o'clock, and you can see that we're getting quite dark outside. It's kind of like that a lot at the moment. And I've also put these big Cat Lairs that I unboxed with you guys under the grow light because they're highlight orchids. And I've actually had some buds starting to form. Can you see in the sheath here? You might not be able to see, but there are some buds forming just in here where the sheath's darkening. So the sheath has died off and then buds are starting to form, which is really cool. So that is the Cat Lair guatemalensis, which is the primary naturally occurring hybrid, which is absolutely beautiful. So I'm super excited for that. You can also see that the windowsill is fully lit by the Mars grow light there. And if I first start off by updating you on one of my Cloacias that I've got under this grow light. So this is the Cloacia Dodsoniana, and I updated you last on this one during my Catacetanae update, and it had 5 new growths, and look at the size of this latest growth to mature. Absolutely huge. Lots of little new growths, one sort of medium-sized one there, but that one is just absolutely huge. It's absolutely loved being under this grow light. So also another one that's kind of showing very positive signs is my Cloacia Grace Dunn, which has started a flower spike. It hasn't had a winter rest or anything, it's just decided to spike, so that's really cool. We're going to get some Cloacia flowers soon, hopefully. And as you can see, we've got really fantastic root growth on this particular potted Vanda, and it's actually nearly dry, so I'm going to top up that reservoir. These pots have been fantastic. It means that I can go sort of 2 to 3 weeks and the reservoir stays full. You can see I've got loads of root growth and branching. The root tips are all actively growing. I've kind of bent this root back into the pot because I want to try and get some of them directed into the pot there. I think the amount of root growth and branching that I've got really indicates that they're happy both with the lighting situation and with the potting media choice, because obviously they're putting loads of energy into growing new root tips, which means that they've got excess energy, so they must be receiving adequate nutrients, and obviously the light will be providing the energy that they need to produce these growth structures. So they're just doing really, really well. And I can actually tell how much this particular Vanda has grown, because when I position these shelves, just move back a bit so you can see, I positioned them so that this Vanda had some growing space before its leaves touch the top. And you can obviously see now I need to lower this shelf down because it's now touching the top there, which it wasn't before. So it's definitely grown since placing it in this setup. And it's looking really happy and healthy. It's also producing quite a lot of happy sap, which I've noticed since potting the Vandas. They're all producing quite a lot of happy sap. I'm not sure if you can see there, but they're all just producing so much happy sap, which means they've got extra energy from both the constant moisture supply and also the fact that the lighting situation is more ideal will mean that they're getting more energy. And again, we've got some really nice root growth on this Vanda here. And some of them are actually going down into the pot on that one. Sorry, this isn't very clear, but they're also big and heavy. It's very difficult for me to actually get them down now. This Vanda here, which is doing well in its pot and again producing new roots. Also got, so I potted, I think we should get them down and have a look at some root growth. So this is my Rinkerieda's Rappy Path, which is a hybrid with the Bangkok Sunset. And lots of root growth on there. I'm just going to try and show you the actual root system. Oh, and we've got another new root just kind of starting in there. It's a good sign, and that's since potting it. So the roots on this one are branching. I've just kind of picked this one at random, but it seems to be doing well in the pot setup. It's mainly in self-watering with LECA. There's a little bit of pumice thrown in there. So that's the Rinkerieda's Rappy Path. Just gonna get one of my Centrums down because I think I noticed some flower spikes on this one. Is a spike there, I believe. I mean, it's definitely spiky looking to me. 100% not a root, so I'm going to assume spike on that one. And we've also got one just on this side here in there. So that is the Centrum ampullaceum. Just going to see what its roots are doing. Got one that looks like it's maybe reactivating there. It was dried when I got it. Can't really see much in the way of root growth there, but it's obviously happy if it's spiking. So we've got two spikes up on the Centrum ampullaceum there, and that is on the top shelf getting a lot of lighting from the grow light. And one situation with these shelves is I actually can't necessarily get to the window very well. You can see I've got some Cat Lair flowers there from my No ID pink and yellow Cat Lair. And another one that's getting light both from the Gemini LED grow light and also from the MARSHydro grow light is the Dimorphorus lowii at the back here, which is doing really well. It's put out a new leaf since I got it, which you can see is kind of half formed, and it's also kind of finished growing the leaf that it was still working on when I got it, I think. Just turn the Gemini light off and you can kind of see that it is still getting some lighting from the Mars light there. But I don't feel like it's enough, especially for these ones nearer the front, so add the Gemini light in there. I don't know if you can see, but I've actually also got my Ricara Francis Fox, which is directly on the windowsill below the MARSHydro light. You can see all those amazing roots that it's growing, and I'm sorry about the flickering, that's from the Gemini light, so I'll just turn that off. But you can actually see I broke a leaf that had started forming, and it seems to be spiking from the top of that broken leaf. It was like caught up and I broke it. I do this quite a lot. Poor orchids in my care, hey? But yeah, we've got loads of roots and it's also spiking by the looks of it from the no-leafed newest growth. And so far, I'm really, really happy with the progress that all my orchids are making under the MARSHydro light and in their new self-watering or semi-hydro setups. Let's have a quick look at my Centrum Lilac blossom here, because this one did start a spike when I had it hanging in my orchid wardrobe, but unfortunately the spike dried. It was its first spike, and first flowerings are often not successful. Oh wow. Yeah, so that was how much I paid for this orchid pot. You can see there's a new root behind there, also coming out there. So this is a cross between Rinco Stylus Celestis and I think Centrum, I want to say Ampullaceum. Got some really good root growth on that though. That's in self-watering with LECA. It seems to be enjoying it, and none of the old roots look like they've died off, which is good. So that's kind of a 2-month update on my Vandas in the new Vanda shelf with the MARSHydro TS600 LED grow light, which produces a huge amount of light for them. And we've got several orchids spiking under this, including a highlight Cat Lair, which is producing some buds in this sheath here, which I'm kind of tempted to actually cut. I might do that now. So the only reason I'm tempted to cut this is because the buds look very like bunched up. It's not really showing brilliantly. So I'm just going to pull this down, if I can, with one hand, and have a look and see if they're okay, because sometimes they do need freeing. No, I think that they are just fine in there. Can't really see very well with the backlighting from the grow light because the Mars light is so incredibly strong, but I was just a bit worried that they were getting caught, which it doesn't look like they are. You can kind of see them in there. Anyway, so that is a kind of very quick update on how my orchids are doing under the MARSHydro LED light, and also how the Vandas are doing in the self-watering semi-hydroponic type setups. And now for the details of the giveaway, which is a really exciting Christmas giveaway sponsored by Mars. This giveaway is open to people who are in Europe, Canada, or the US. So those are the regions that Mars can ship to, I think through Amazon. So if you're interested in entering the giveaway, just pop a comment down in the description with your region, whether that you're in the UK, Europe, the US or Canada, and I will announce the winner by the end of the week. And Mars will send you through a grow light for Christmas, which is great orchid lover Christmas present, I think, and super nice of them. So thank you so much for watching today, and I hope you enjoyed the video and the quick update. And if you did enjoy the video, give it a like or subscribe to my channel for more regular orchid updates. And I will see you guys later. Bye!